What's going on, guys? Trap Lord Gaming back at you with another video, and in today's video we got another solo leveling video for you guys. Okay, I got something special for y'all boys today. But first things first, if you're new to my channel or if you just haven't done it already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a upload from your boy. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. The one that's not subscribed. Go do it. We're waiting on you. Come on. So in today's video, we are going to be ranking top 5 Sung Jin-Woo shadows. Okay. Now, I felt like making this list to clear up a lot of things for a lot of people as far as who's stronger. Now, I'm only going to base this material off of the webtoon. I'm not going to base this off of the light novel. I'll have another tier list for the light novel people coming out in the near future. It's going to take some time because there's a lot of characters. So first things first, we need to understand what a shadow is. Now, the shadows are an ability that Jin-Woo has to revive the dead. He is essentially a necromancer, okay? So he controls death in a way. So when Jin-Woo either A, kills, or B, just finds the dead body, as long as extraction is possible, he's able to arise anything that's dead, and it becomes his loyal shadow servant. So they do anything he says. They cannot refute or anything. So now that we know what an actual shadow is, we can go ahead and get into this top 5. Now, for number 5, this one is kind of tricky to me, but it makes sense for the list that I made. Now, number 5 is Kazal. And the reasons why I say Kazal is number 5 is because Demon King Baran, or if you want to call him the Sovereign of White Flames, has had Kazal as a mount. Now, at some point, Kazal has to be strong in a way, just because the Demon King chose you as a mount. Even though, you know, he's still that creature is beneath him, he had to have got selected with it. Now, we don't really know much about Kazal, but we do know now Jin-Woo uses Kazal as a mount, and Kazal is pretty fast. So you never know what attacks Kazal can actually have. We didn't really see too many feats from Kazal in the actual webtoon, but Kazal was killed by number 4 on this list, which is our boy Iron. Okay. So in the webtoon, Iron actually kills Kazal before it was a shadow. When it was still owned by Demon King Baran, Iron actually killed Kazal. So therefore, off the bat, Iron is going to be stronger than Kazal. Now, a little bit about our boy Iron. He started off as a human, a hunter, an A-ranked hunter by the name of Kim Chol. Now, Kim Chol was pretty much an asshole. Okay, so he was the reason why everyone in his party died, because he wanted to separate the group. As soon as they got caught in the red gate, he wanted to separate the group with only the strong people on his side, and all the weak people can just go somewhere and die. Pretty much is what he told them. But he messed up because my boy Sung Jin-Woo was on the other team. But Kim Chol ends up paying the price with his life and with his party members' lives also. Now, a little bit about Iron's personality, which is good because Iron is basically a comic relief character. You don't really see Iron get angry or anything. He's always joyful. When they do succeed or do something good for Jin-Woo, you see Iron always praising and partying with the other shadows that are just like regular shadows. Like I said, he's pretty much a comic relief character, but he also is strong. He's a tanker. He's much bigger than when he was alive as Kim Chol. He's actually much bigger, so that's going to support the defense a little bit more. And he does have a pretty good ability called Taunt, which is, you know, taunt. He intimidates his opponents. So that definitely helps on the battlefield unless the opponent is much stronger, like how we seen when he tried to use it on the Hayaki clan leader Baraka. It didn't work. You know, he was obviously stronger than him. So that's what we got for Iron. Now on to number 3. Sadly, I gotta put my boy Igris at number 3 because that's where he deserves to be at. Not saying number 3 is bad, but he's not 1 or 2, and we already know that. Okay, so Igris is Jin-Woo's first ever shadow. Now we meet Igris around the time when Jin-Woo first acquired the necromancer powers, and he had to do the job requirement thing where he was fighting all those different monsters. He just had to keep on fighting them. Okay, then he comes out and he has to fight Igris. Now Igris was a former shadow back in the day for Ashborn, but he is the most loyal shadow there is, and my boy shows Jin-Woo the utmost respect. Anytime he sees Jin-Woo, he needs to bow. Now, you know, our boy Jin-Woo, he a nonchalant dude, so he really don't care for all that. He's like, look, you don't have to do that. But Igris will always show Jin-Woo the utmost respect. So he feels as if he does need to show him respect and bow. He is a knight. He is the knightiest knight. Igris was a really dope character. He's one of my personal favorites also. But as far as strength, he's not there yet. Now in the future we can discuss that he's there, but as of the webtoon right now, Igris is not the number 1 shadow. Now we know a few of Igris's powers. Now first off, we know Igris is really fast, okay? And Igris, he's obviously good with the sword. That's his thing. He's a knight. But also he has extreme strength. And we do see at one point he's able to use Dominator's hand, which is basically the ability to control objects with the invisible hand. He was able to use that, but he was also blessed with the power at the moment. So it is give or take, but we've seen him do it. So now we're on to number 2. And this one might confuse some of y'all, but this guy is definitely number 2 currently in the webtoon, and that's gonna have to be my boy Tusk. Okay, y'all know about that boy Tusk. As soon as Tusk was turned into a shadow, he was out the gate elite knight status. So he was already elite knight status, which was the strongest that Jin-Woo even had at that moment. So already we confirmed at the orc arc that Tusk was the strongest, okay? And we seen when he battled up against Jin-Woo. Now, like Jin-Woo said, this is not a fair matchup between me and you, because none of those curses and stuff will work on Jin-Woo because he has the power of I can't ever remember that guy's name, but he has that ability to where curses and stuff are all nullified. So none of the things that he was trying to do worked. And then once Tusk enlarged himself and tried to, you know, blow away Jin-Woo, that just made him an easier target for our boy Jin-Woo. So he ends up killing him. Now we know that Tusk has a plethora of attacks when he uses Hymn of Protection to protect himself, and we see him use it to protect Jin-Woo. He can shoot out super massive blasts once Jin-Woo hands over the orb to my guy. So that multiplies his magic by like 100 or 200%. So Tusk is really strong, especially if he's holding the orb in his hand. But y'all already know who's number 1. We don't even have to discuss it. Y'all already know. My boy Baru. Okay? The Ant King that Jin-Woo took on in the Jeju Island. He is going to be the number 1 strongest shadow currently. None of the other shadows are messing with Baru. None of them were messing with Baru when all of them were alive. And it's going to continue that way for the specific shadows that Jin-Woo currently has. Okay, we not talking about no shadows that Jin-Woo gets in the future. That's not what this video is about. We're talking about his current webtoon shadows, and Baru is going to be number 1. And we all seen how nasty Baru was even when he was alive. Even though once they become a shadow, they don't have all of their power that they had when they were alive, and that's for the current webtoon right now. Okay, we're not discussing nothing else with the light novel. But even with as much power as Baru has, he is still a S rank. He's still around the S rank hunters. Like, he could still slaughter every single S rank hunter in Korea right now. And the ones back in Japan, he could still slaughter all of them. But he not messing with Jin-Woo. That's all I got for you guys in today's video. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.